Om Param Tattvaya Narayanaaya Gurubhyo Namaha, Jai Gurudev. So as I continue with the 108 names of Mother Baglamukhi, today I will focus on the Dasa Mahavidyas and the origin of Dasa Mahavidyas. Now the emergence of Dasa Mahavidyas from Devi Sati, it truly represents that Adi Parashakti, she is infinite, she is multidimensional, and she can take on or expand in multiple different forms. And these Dasa Mahavidyas, they represent the totality of the same cosmic energy. So we'll understand the origin of Dasa Mahavidyas and why Devi Sati decided to appear as 10 Mahavidyas. But before I go there, I do want to offer my prayers to my Guruji. Param Pujya Gurudev ki jai, Paramhansa Swami Nikhleshwaranand Maharaj ki jai, Baba Bhutnath ki jai, Ma Kali ki jai, Ma Baglamukhi ki jai, Siddhashram ki jai. So we'll proceed from verse 5 to 8. I will go over Baglamukhi names from verse 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I will dwell more into verse number 8 because that's where some of the origin of Dasa Mahavidyas start to appear. So let's begin. So verse number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lalita Bhairavi Shanta Annapurna Kuleshwari Varahi Chinnamasta cha Tara Kali Saraswati Jagat Pujya Mahamaya Kameshi Bhagamalini Dakshaputri Shivakastha Shivarupa Shivapriya. Now, we heard of several different names here. We heard of Lalita, we heard of Kali, we heard of Tara, we heard of Saraswati, Bhagamalini, Kameshi, Dakshaputri, Shivarupa. Again, different names of the same Adi Parashakti. The same Adi Parashakti can appear or can be worshipped as Lalita. The same Adi Parashakti can be worshipped as Mother Kali. The same Adi Parashakti can be worshipped as Mother Chinnamasta or as Dakshaputri, who was nothing but Sati. Now let's focus on verse 8 in today's lecture here. And in the next lecture, I will go back to verse 5, 6, and 7 and talk more about Varahi as well. So verse number 8 was Dakshaputri Shivakastha Shivarupa Shivapriya. So who was Dakshaputri? Dakshaputri was Devi Sati, and she was Shiva Rupa, means she was the wife of Shiva. She was Shiva Priya. She was beloved to Shiva. So Sati was the daughter of Daksha, Daksha Prajapati, and Daksha Prajapati never really liked Shiva. Like any other rivalry between Asuras and Devatas, right? Asuras always had a grudge. They always considered themselves to be more superior than even Shiva and Vishnu and Brahma. So Daksha Prajapati always held a grudge towards Shiva. Daksha Prajapati organizes a big Mahayagya where he invites everyone. He invites Vishnu, he invites all Narad, he invites all Devi Devtas to his Mahayagya, except for Devi Sati and her husband, Lord Shiva. Now, of course, Devi Sati, being the daughter of Daksha Prajapati, when she finds out that she and her husband, Shiva, were left out from the Mahayagya, she feels slightly insulted, and then she expresses a desire to attend that Mahayagya. She goes to Shiva and she expresses a desire that I think we should go and attend. It is my father. It's okay, even if we were not invited, even it doesn't matter because ultimately he's my father and I think we can still go and attend there. Now, of course, Shiva, who is the Kalyan, who is always thinking of the well-being of everyone, flatly refuses, saying that it's not a good idea because even though he's your father, even though you're the daughter of Daksha Prajapati, he decided not to invite us both to the yajna, so maybe we should not go there. But Sati, she holds on to that will of her and she continues to relentlessly pursue that expression or that determination to go attend that yajna. And again, Shiva continues to flatly refuse. Sati then starts to get little more angry. She starts to appear a little more fierce, a little more aggressive, because she wants to attend that yajna of her father. And in this case, she was not willing to take a no from her husband Shiva. As she appears into a much more ferocious form, Shiva starts to get a little bit petrified, and then Shiva then asks Devi Sati that what is happening to you and why are you starting to appear in such a ferocious manner? Why are you looking so ferocious? What is this new form that you have started to appear into? And Shiva then starts running around, and Sati then expands into these 10 Mahavidya form. She manifests herself into the Dasa Mahavidya form, and she surrounds Shiva from all the different 10 directions. Now, as Shiva sees himself surrounded by these 10 Mahavidyas, one in each direction, he then questions Sati, "O Devi Sati, you're my wife. I now see you being 10 different forms. Please explain to me what these different forms are. Who are you and why have you appeared as the Mahavidyas?" And then Sati explains to Shiva from each Mahavidya, from each direction, that in this direction, this is Devi Kali, in this direction, she's Tara. I am also Lalita Tripura Sundari in this direction. I am also Bhuvaneshwari. I am also Matangi, Tripura Bhairavi, Baglamukhi, Dhumavati, Chinnamasta, Kamla, Matangi, all the Das Mahavidya. So she expresses that I am the same Sati, but I am now manifested as Das Mahavidyas, and all you see yourself surrounded by is nothing but me. It's me, Sati, but now into the 10 different forms of the same cosmic energy. Now the why. Why did Sati decide to appear as Dasa Mahavidyas? Again, Sati here is really asserting, or Shakti here is really asserting her supremacy over Shiva. Shiva who is pure consciousness, Shiva who is pure absolute witness bliss. Shakti here is asserting the fact that even Shiva is nothing without Shakti. This entire universe that you see is nothing but the energy at play. So everything that we see around, there is nothing without Shiva and Shakti together. If you look at the form of Mother Kali also, she is standing on Shiva. And again, there also she is asserting her supremacy, that Shiva is dead. Shiva is Shav. If I leave Shiva. So again, Shiva is nothing without Shakti. And here again, like we say in Shakta philosophy, a lot more dominance, a lot more supremacy is given to the Devi, to the mother, to the Shakti. And Shakti here is saying that she is the source of even Shiva's power, and consciousness without energy is incomplete. And here we are saying that the Divine Mother, she is showing herself to be the active, creative, protective, and the destructive force. So again, there was a reason why Sati is appearing into Das Mahavidya form. Again, for everything that mother does, there is a logic, there is a reasoning behind it. It's not that she just decides to appear as Dasa Mahavidya. She decides to appear as Dasa Mahavidya to really tell Shiva that even consciousness without energy is nothing, and the entire universe, the entire creation, everything that you see around is the force of Shakti. So for now, I will stop here at verse number 8. But again, I will go back to verse 5, 6, and 7, and I will kind of dwell more into some of the names, because again, it's the same energy. The Baglamukhi is same as Lalita Tripura Sundari. Baglamukhi is also Varahi. Baglamukhi is also Chinnamasta. Baglamukhi is also Dakshaputri. Baglamukhi is also Shivarupa. So it's the same Adi Parashakti appearing as multiple different forms. So for now, we'll take a pause here. We'll come back to verse 5, 6, and 7 in the next lecture. But for now, Om Param Tattvaya Narayanaaya Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Gurudev.